Hello everyone, you are welcome to another class with Mr. Olukorede. I'm excited having you here today. All right, okay, today we are going to look at some questions under mensuration and logical reasoning. So I want you to get yourself ready for today's class. Don't forget that you need to get your writing materials ready, your pen and your books, and also your calculator if need be. All right, and also don't forget to invite your friends, let them know the class is about starting. Okay, as you are joining the class, don't forget to say hi to the class and also you tap the like button. So thank you for doing that. Okay. Okay, you're welcome everyone. I think I can see Wale Gabriel, I can see Shotayo and others. You're all welcome to class. Don't forget as you join the class, greet everyone and also don't forget to tap the like button. All right, and for those of you that are just joining for the first time, all right, this is G mathematics. What we do here is mathematics. Okay, so if you love what we are doing here, before you leave, ensure you click on the subscription button and don't forget to like the page if you actually enjoy our class. All right, so now let's start with the first question here. PQRS is a trapezium in which line PQ is parallel to line SR. Length PQ is 16 centimeter and the length QR is 12 centimeter, while length RS is 8 centimeter and the angle PQR is 30 degrees. So you have to calculate the area of the trapezium PQRS. So how do we go about this? Now the first thing now is to sketch the diagram. And let's sketch the diagram. Now you can see we are given that PQ is parallel to SR. Now you have to look at it. Which one is the longest side here? Now look at it. We have PQ to be 16 centimeter and QR is 12 centimeter and RS is 8 centimeter. RS is the same thing as SR. Okay, so this is the longest side. Okay, so and this one is the shorter side. So let's sketch that. So we have this. All right. So now the shorter side is going to be up here. So and that is what SR. So we have SR. While the longer side, as you can see here, is what? Is PQ. So this is 16 centimeter. And here we have what? 8 centimeter. We have 8 centimeter. Okay. So we are also giving QR. QR, length QR. This is length QR. Is for 12 centimeter. Okay. So now look at the question. We are also giving angle PQR. PQR. This angle here is given to be 30 degrees. Okay. All right. So now the question wants us to calculate area of this trapezium. Now this line is parallel to this line. Don't forget. All right. So to do this, Now, what is the formula for calculating area of a trapezium? Area is half times A plus B times the height, where A is one side here and the B is another side, and H is the distance between the two parallel lines. All right, so but when you look at the question now, we are not given the distance between the two parallel lines, so we need to get that. So let's draw a line here such that is perpendicular, all right, to this line PQ. Okay, so now we can get the height here. That is the distance between the two parallel lines. So look at this triangle, triangle RDQ is a right angle triangle. So to get this height, I'm going to be making use of trigonometrical ratio. So now in this case, in this triangle now, DQ is adjacent, RD is opposite, while RQ is the hypotenuse. So now, do you still remember your SOHCAHTOA? SOHCAHTOA. All right, so which one are we connecting together? So we want to get opposite. So we have opposite and hypotenuse. So which one will be appropriate? Opposite and hypotenuse. So that is so. So is S is for sine, O is for opposite, and H is for hypotenuse. Okay, so now let's do that now. So we have sine 30 degrees, this angle here, equals to opposite H over hypotenuse 12. All right, so here you can cross multiply. You have H equals to 12 times sine 30 degrees. All right, so H equals to 12 times. Now, what is sine 30 degrees? You don't need to punch your calculator here. It is a special angle. Sine 30 degrees is 1 over 2. I hope you know that. Okay, so that is 1 over 2. Okay, so we have H equals to, now 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 6. So we have 6 centimeter. So the distance between the two parallel lines is what? 6 centimeters. So that means we have this, and we have this. So we can find the area of the trapezium now. Okay. So we have area equals to half A plus B times height. So we have half A is 8 plus B, that is 16. All right, and this is what? 6. Okay, so now we have 1 over 2 times, now let's add this and this together. We have 24, right? So times 6. Okay, so now 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here is 12. So we have 12 times 6, and that gives us what? 72 centimeters square. So this is the area of the trapezium we have here. So I hope all of you understand the explanation. So drop any question based on what I've just done now. You can drop that in the comment section. I will attend to that. So if you have any question, let me know based on what we've done before we move down to the next question here. All right, okay, Balogun, I can see your response. Okay. All right. All right, thank you. Okay, now let's move down to the next question, since there's no question. All right. Okay. So this is another question. Okay. Now um, the figure shows um, a quadrant of a circle of radius r centimeter drawn within a square of side 10 centimeter. Okay. So now if the area of the quadrant is half of the area of the square, find the value of r correct to two significant figures. So now what comes to mind now is it's likely my answer is going to be in decimal form because of what we have here. All right. So now what we have in the diagram, we have a square here, which dimension is 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter. Okay. So now a quadrant is just quarter of um, a whole circle, right? So this is a quadrant inscribed inside the square. Can you see that now? So now here is the radius of the cone, just like you have a circle of this form and it is cut into 4 parts. Now a part here now is removed and inscribed here. Okay, so that is now what the question now says now is this. Now the area of this quadrant is equals to half of the area of the square. If the area of the quadrant is half of the area of the square, so then we can calculate the radius. Okay, so how do we go about this? Now, we are going to start from here. Area of quadrant. Area of quadrant is 1/4 of area of a circle. Okay, so you have 1/4 of area of a circle, that is pi r square. Okay, this is the formula for area of a circle. Okay, 1/4 of area of a circle is the same thing as a quadrant. So, and it's equals to half of area of a square. So half of area of a square, that is length times length. So of course you can write it as L squared. Is that taken? All right. So now here we are giving L, that is 10 centimeters. So can we substitute? Okay, so we have 1/4, okay, times pi r squared equals to 1/2 times 10 times 10. Okay, so here the first thing I'm going to do here is to multiply both sides by 2, okay, so that I'll clear this fraction here, or I multiply 2 by 4. Now let's multiply by 4. So when you multiply by 4, so I'm multiplying this one by 4 times 4, this times 4. Okay, so 4 will cancel 4. So what you are going to be left with here is pi r squared. Okay, here 2 cancel 2 here, so you have 2. So now 2 times 10 times 10, that gives you 200. Is that taken? All right. So now the next thing is to divide both sides by pi. So we have r squared equals to 200 over pi. Now, so our pi is 22/7. Okay. Pi is 22/7, so I can write r squared equals to 200 divided by 22/7. Okay, so and that's the same thing as r squared equals to 200 times 7/22. Okay, so we have r squared equals to, now before we multiply, let's reduce this. Now 2 goes here is 11, 2 goes here is 100. Okay, so we have now 100 times 7. So that means we have what? We have 700 over 11. So you can take square root of both sides to get your r. So we have r equals to square root of 700 over 11. So what is going to be the value of r? So I want you to compute that and tell me, drop your answer in the comment section. What is the value of r? So square root of 700 over 11. Okay, so let's see what we're going to have. So if you have your answer, you can drop it in the comment section. Let's see what we have for the radius. So what is the radius? Before I give my answer, so let's see what you have. So once you have the answer, you drop that in the comment section. Let's see. Square root of 700 over 11. Okay, yes, Divine have dropped an answer. 0.97724 centimeter. Okay. Is there anybody with another answer here for the radius? Make sure you are participating. That's the best way to learn. Yes, compute and let's have your own answer. All right. Okay, I can see Uncle JT at 7.9772. Yes, do we still have more answers? Yes, I know what's your answer. Along for me, what is your answer? Okay, make sure you drop your answer. All right, okay, show it on. Okay, show it on. What are you? Okay, yes, Falashade, yes. Okay, progress, what is your answer? Drop your answer. Let's see what you have. Salami Yusuf, okay, 7.9772. Okay, it seems we now have almost the same results. Okay, so now, all right, so here you have r to be square root of, so I will compute this. Now, when you divide this, you have 63.636. Okay, so and when you find the square root of that, so square root of it, let's see, maybe it's the same thing as what you have there. Oh, yes, that is it. So we have 7.9772 centimeter. Okay, so that is the radius. This is what we have for the radius. But don't forget, the question says you correct R to what? To two significant figures. So you are going to do that for me now. Correct this to two significant figures. Two significant figures. Now let me see what you're going to draw for that. Two significant figure, 7.9772 centimeter to two significant figure. What do you have? Yes. Okay. Two significant figure. Let's correct that to two significant figure. What do you have? I think everybody should be able to do that conveniently. All right. Okay. I can see 8 centimeter, 8.0 centimeter. Okay. I can see 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 8.0 centimeter. Okay. All right. Okay, so now I have two answers there. So which one is the correct answer? So I can see 8 centimeter, can also see 8.0 centimeter. Now, in terms of value, they are the same thing, right? But with respect to this question, would that be correct? Now, let's look at it. Now, you are correcting to two significant figures. So this is the first significant digit. That's 7. So you count 1, 2. So this is what you want to write out. Two significant figures. That's 7.8. But before you write it out, you have to look at the next digit, the last count. If it's up to 5, so you have to increase the last digit here by 1. So when you increase this by 1, okay, so this turns to what? To 10. So 1 moves here, so we have 7. So the correct answer is this. So if you write this one, this will be wrong. Although they are the same thing, but we want to see if you have actually counted. So, all right, so it's going to be 8.0. So that's the correct answer. Two significant figure. I hope you all understand that now. Okay, so don't just write 8 centimeter. So 8 centimeter in this question will not mean the same thing. Okay, so all right. Any question based on what I just said now before I move on? So if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section and let's see what you have. Yes, any question? Okay, well understood. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, so I think we can move on now. Okay, now can we look at this question? A solid metal plate consists of a rectangle measuring 18 centimeter by 12 centimeter with a semicircle attached to one of its shorter sides. So calculate the total area of the plate, find the perimeter of the plate. Okay, so now I hope we all understand what the question is talking about. So we have two plane shapes that are joined together. Now, for the first one, we have rectangle. The second one is the semicircle. So now let's see. We have the rectangle. What's the dimension of the rectangle? We have 18 centimeter by 12 centimeter. Okay. All right. So now the question now says we have a semicircle attached to one of its shorter sides. So one of the shorter sides, we have two shorter sides, this and this. Okay. So one of it, a semicircle is attached to it. So now let's join it to it. So we have something of this form. Okay. So this is a semicircle attached to this shorter side of the rectangle. I hope you understand that. Okay. Now, the question now wants us to calculate the total surface area of this plate formed by merging the two plane shapes together. Okay, so how do we do that? We'll find the area of this rectangle and we add it to area of the semicircle. Now, the question that comes to mind now is, what is the radius of this semicircle? Now, can you tell me what the radius of this semicircle is? So if you actually know, drop that in the comment section. Let me see those of you that can give me the answer to that, because that is the first thing you must know. So how do you get that? So what is the radius of the semicircle based on what we have here? So I want to see those of us that can quickly give me the answer. Yes, what is the radius? Very fine. I can see Shotayo. Good. That is it. All right. Good. So, yes. So you guys are doing fine. The radius is actually 6 centimeter. How is it 6 centimeter? Now look at this. Now this is the diameter of a semicircle, or the circle rather. So this is the diameter. And diameter is 2 times the radius. Okay. So here, from here to here is 12 centimeter. So R now is going to be what? 12 over 2. And that gives you 6 centimeter. So this is the radius. Okay, good. So now let us add everything together now. So total area is area of the rectangle, that is length times breadth, plus area of the semicircle, that is half of area of the circle, half by r squared. Okay, you know, this is area of a circle by r squared. So semicircle is going to be half of it. Okay, so now this one gives us, now that's 12 times 18, okay, plus 1 over 2 times 22 over 7 times r squared. R is what? 6. We have 6 times 6. Okay, so now how do we go about this? So this one should give you 216. I hope that is correct. 12 times 18. Okay, 216 Now, can we reduce this? 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 11. All right, so we have 11 times 36 over 7. 6 times 6 is 36. So times 11. Okay, so now we have 216 plus. So let's multiply that. 11 times 36. Okay, so that gives you 396 over 7. Okay, so we have 216 plus. So let's divide that by 7. So what do we have? We have 56.59. All right, so you can add together. So when you add that with 216, so what do you have? You have 272.57. Okay. All right, so that is what we have. Okay, so now in centimeter square. So this is going to be a unit square. So that's going to be the area. Okay, so I want to be sure that is correct. Okay, now this one should be 57. Okay, all right, so that is what we have. So now we correct our answer to 4SF. Okay, yes, we have to correct it to 4SF because if you are making use of 4-figure table, your answer is going to be in 4SF. So now let's just correct it so that we'll be on the same page with those people that are making use of 4-figure table. All right, so now, so this is going to give us what? 272.6, okay, 6 centimeters square, okay, centimeters square. So that's what we're going to have. So 272.6 centimeters square. So that is the area of the plates. Okay, so now let's look at the second part of the question. Find the perimeter of the plate. Now, when we say perimeter, we just want to get the boundary, the length of the boundary of the plate sheet. That is what we call perimeter. So now I need to measure this plus this plus this plus this. Okay, so what I have here now, I have 18 plus 12 plus 18 and plus the length of this arc. All right, so now can we do that now? Okay, perimeter of the plates gives us what? 18 plus 12 plus, here is also 18, right? 18 plus length of arc. Okay, length of this arc. So that is it. So now this is going to give you, now can we add this together? This gives you 30, this 48. Okay, so plus now length of an arc. All right, so that is going to give you, now this one is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Okay, so now here the angle here is what? 180. So now we just have 48 plus 180 over 360 times pi r square. Okay, so 180 goes here 1. This goes here 2. 2 goes here 1. 2 goes here 1. So we can simply write okay, this is 2 Okay, so we have 48 plus, okay, we don't have this in here, so this is what we're going to have. All right, so now instead of going through this, I can simply say, since I know that the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, so half of perimeter of the circle is going to be 2 pi r divided by 2. So that's what we're going to have. So to half pi r. So you can also do it that way instead of going through this process. All right. So now, can we plug in the values now? So we have 48 plus 22 over 7 times r. R is what? 6. Okay. So what do we have here? So here we have 48 plus, and let's multiply this. 6 times 2, that's 12. 12 plus 1, that's 13. Okay, so that's 132 over 7, 48 plus. Okay, so now can we divide that? What do we have? So we have 132 divided by 7. Okay, so that gives us 18.857. All right. So when you add that to 48, what do you have? You have 66.857. All right. So that's going to be in centimeter. Okay, so this is the perimeter of this plane shape. But let's correct this to 4SL. So it's going to be 66.86 centimeter. This is the answer to the problem. All right, so I hope you all understand that. Any observation, any question based on what we have on the board. So you can drop that in the comment section before I proceed to the next thing. Any question based on what we have done? Any observation? Okay, well understood, Balogun. All right, okay, that's good. Okay. Yes, can we proceed now to the next question? All right. This is another question. Now, before I solve this problem, I want you to look at this question critically, and let's see what you can do within 2-3 minutes. Let's see what can you do. Okay, let me draw the circle here. Oh. Okay, so yes. Now let me give you 2 minutes to attend to it. Let's see what you're going to have for that. So if you have an answer, you can drop that in the comment section. Now let's see what you're going to have. Okay, is there anybody with an answer? Anyone? Anybody? Okay, so um, because of our time, let's solve the problem. And so for those of you that are already solving, so you can just oppose with what you have with you. So let's look at the question. A circle is inscribed inside a square of side 14 centimeter. Now you have to find the area of the shaded region. B, find the circumference of the circle. So this question is straightforward. Now, when you look at this square, we have 14 centimeter. This is also 14 centimeter, 14 centimeter. Here is also 14 centimeter. Now, from here to this place is 14 centimeter. Can you see that? So, and this is going to be the diameter of the circle. Okay, so this is the diameter of the circle. So, and to get R is diameter over 2, and that is 14 over 2. That gives you 7 centimeters. So, the radius of this circle inscribed in the square is 7 centimeters. Okay, so what's the next thing? Now let me find the area of this circle, and I will also find the area of this square. Now I will take away area of this circle from this square. So what I am left with is going to be the shaded portion. All right. So now I will write shaded portion or region is equals to area of square minus area of circle. Okay, you get that now? So what is area of square? That is length times length minus area of circle is pi r square. You get that? So we have, this is 14 and this is 14. So we have 14 times 14. Okay, so minus 22 over 7 times r. R is 7, so we have 7 times 7. Okay, so this one gives you what? 196, right? Okay, minus. Can we simplify this? This we cancel this. So 7 times 22, 7 times, that's 4. All right, so that is what we have. So now, once we now subtract, what do we have? We have 42. We have 42 centimeter square, because that is area. So area of the shaded portion, is 42 centimeter square. Okay, so I hope you all understand that. Can you all hear me? Can you see the board? Is it clear? All right. Can we all see the board? Oh, fine. All right. So can we move down to the second part of the question? Now the question says, find the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle. So we want to get the perimeter of the circle. You know the formula for that? So that is what? Circumference of circle is 2 pi r. Okay, so and that gives us what? 2 times 22 over 7 times 7. All right, 7 is the radius, we have that. So this we cancel this. So we have what? 44 centimeters. So this is going to be the answer to the problem. And see that? So simple. It's something you can do within 2-3 minutes. All right, so that is that. Yes, any question based on that before we move on to the next thing? Any question based on that? Okay, all right. If there's no question, you can do something else. So 5x plus 2 equals to 3 mod 11. So this is the first one. The second one. Now I want you to begin to try this. Now before I finish, I want you to drop your answer in the comment section. You have to solve this. So try this and let's see. Evaluate the following. Here we have 42 divided by 11 in mode 2. B 92 divided by 10 in mode 4. All right, for the first one, has anybody gotten an answer to that? Anyone with an answer? If you have your answer, drop that in the comment section. Anybody for the first one? Okay, I'm not seeing anybody drop in an answer. Okay, yes. Odubi about said there, I can see 1.9, 1.9, 1.9. Any other person? Okay, because of our time now, let's solve it together. I want to believe you must have gotten your answer. Make sure you drop that in the comment section. Now, the first one, the question is under modular arithmetic. Okay, so we have 5x plus 2 equals to 3 in mode 11. All right, now let's transpose this positive 2. So we have 5x equals to 3 minus 2 in mode 11. Okay, so we have 5x equals to 1 in mode 11. All right, so now what I'm supposed to do here to divide both sides by 5. But if I do that, I'm going to have a fraction, and which is not allowed under modular arithmetic, because modular arithmetic is an arithmetic for what? Integers. So we want our result should be integers and not decimal. All right, so here you begin to add multiple of 11 to what we have here until you get to a number that will be divisible by 5, if possible. So now can we verify that if we're going to see anyone? So if you add 11 to this, so you have what? You have 20, you have 12, okay? So if you had, and 5 will not go in 12 completely. So now you had 2 11s, that is 22. So when you add 22 to 1, that gives you 23. It's not divisible by 5. Look at another one, 3 11s, that's 33. 33 plus 1, that is 34. It's not divisible by 5. Now let's look at this one now. 4 11, so that is 44. Now 44 plus 1, that is 45. Will 5 go in 45? Yes. So that means this we turn to 5x equals to 11 times 4 plus 1 mod 11. All right, so we have 5x equals to 45 mod 11. So here you can divide both sides by 5. So we have x equals to 45 over 5 mod 11. So, and your answer is going to be what? That will be 9 mod 11. So this is the answer to the problem. All right. So can we move down to the next one, second part of the question? So here you have to evaluate the following. So look at it. We have a 42 divided by 11 in mode 2. Okay, to do this, you start by making an assumption with, let's say, x is 42 divided by 11 in mode 2, right? So, and this is the same thing as 11x equals to 42 in mode 2. Okay, all right. So you just cross multiply here. You know, this one is the same thing as 42 over 11. So 11 times x, we have 11x. So now clearly we can see that 11 cannot go in 42 completely. So now we begin to add multiple of the modulo to this until we get to a number that will be divisible by 11. Okay, so now when you add 1, 2 to this, we have 44. So you can see 11 can go in 44. So that means we have 11x equals to 2 times 1 plus 42 in mode 2. So we have 11x equals to, now when you add this, what do you have? You have 44 in mode 2. Okay, so you divide both sides by 11. So we have 44 divided by 11 in mode 2. So we have x equals to what? 4 in mode 2. All right, now look at what we have here. So we can't leave the answer this way. You know why? The number we have here must not be up to the modulo. So the maximum digit we can have here is 1. So now what do we do to this? So let us express this as 2 times 2 plus 0 in mode 2. Okay, 2 times 2. Just say 4 divided by 2. That is 2. So we say 2 times 2. All right, so the remainder is 0. So we now say therefore x equals to 0. So for this question, when you divide 42 by 11, the answer in mode 2, the answer is 0. Okay, so I hope you understand that. All right, so let's look at the second one. So now try that second one in 1 minute and let me have your answer. Let's see what you're going to have for that. So do the B part of Roman numeral 2. So let's see what you have for that. Okay, yes. The second part of the question, yes, anyone with the answer, you have tried that. Okay, now before now, that means good number of us have gotten the answer. I love that. Yes, okay. Odubi, Abosede,